Hello, welcome in daily newspaper editorial audio program. Now headline: Wastelands Times of India, ending discrimination in prisons. The Hindu. Now headlines in detail. Our Wasteland Times of India. Managing waste is complex. Intruders are a solution as bad as the problem. Times of India editorials. Turning waste into energy and therefore greening it is an excellent plan, but plans in India have a way of subverting the very purpose behind them. Media reports in Delhi have highlighted problems with Jindal Group's Jindal Group's Timarpur Okhla waste to energy plants. There's also a New York Times report on this. Indian cities have a huge problem with landfills. Rooting mountains oozing problem with landfills. Mountain oozing methane and leached waste to energy plant or in craters. Appeal to policymakers seeking instant high-tech solutions. They promise to cut trash volume, generate electricity and produce as that can be used for construction, but they are unsuited to India with our large proportion of organic and wet waste, which take more energy to dry and reach scorching temperatures. Even Europe and US are witness a backlash against incinerators, but they are being set up everywhere in India. A much better way for India is decentralized waste management, segregation at source, institute composite and minimizing waste creation to be sent to landfills is the sustainable way. It is this ecosystem, this task flow at the source, refuse collector to recycling manager, read Kavadis that needs to be professionalized, replacing the raggedy motley of workers with trained waste management professionals in private and government sector. Our solid waste management rules are clear on each category of waste. Towns like Alafua have achieved substantial progress, but waste is a complex and big problem with no easy answer. It is simply the humans began generating enormous, everlasting heaps of trash. 20,000 plastic bottles are sold every second. Western national offshore waste to poorer countries, blighting soil and water and lives. Nobody wants to look closely at waste. India has especially challenges including the magnitude of our garbage and the blind spots of a caste society, but it is not entirely unique. Urbanizing countries from Europe to US and Japan have grappled with garbage and sewage issues. Sometimes transformation takes a crisis to trigger a shared panic among rich and poor and across social groups, as when the Great Sting of the Thames in 1958 appalled Waste Minister, or when the bubonic plague hit Surat in the 1990. Dealing with our waste crisis requires deeper understanding. It is not just a matter of citizens recycling or better municipal agreements. Most of the waste is produced by industry, so government must make companies take responsibility for industrial waste, not let them get away with causing public harm as the Okhla plant does. Ending discrimination in prisons. The Hindu. While the Supreme Court did away with caste discrimination in prison, incorporating basic amenities in prisons by amending the Model Prisons Annual 2016 will ensure a minimum dignified life inside prisons. R.K. Vij and Shivam Vij. R.K. Vij is a former Indian Police Service officer. Views are personal. Shivam Vij is a lawyer sitting in Delhi. On October 3, the Supreme Court in Sukanya Sansthan v. Union of India 2024 reaffirmed the principle of non-discrimination in India prisons. The rules in jail manual segregating prisons based on caste was at the heart of his challenge. They were struck down for perpetuating caste discrimination and voting the fundamental rights of prisoners. Previously, two courts have often set aside prisons rules that classified prisons and treated them differently, where the basic as either irrational ability on a prohibited ground, it could not withstand the scrutiny of the Equality Code under Articles 14 and 15 of the Constitution. No arbitrary segregation. A discrimination based on social status of prisoners was dealt with by the Supreme Court in Prem Shankar Shukla v. Delhi Administration 1980. The Punjab Police rules distinguished under trial prisoners as better class of and ordinary. Only the better class were exempted from wearing handcuffs. The court reasons that it was completely irrational for the state to assume that an indigent prisoner was more dangerous to the society than a affluent one. Economic and social consideration could not be the basis for classifying prisoners. For the purpose of handcuffs, the prisoners were held to be unconstitutional. The Bombay High Court is Inacio Manuel Miranda v. State 1988 was faced with a different type of segregation affecting the prisoner's right in prison. The Goa, Daman and Diu prisoners rules treated prisoners differently. For writing welfare letters, class first prisoners could write 4 letters per month, but class second prisoners could only write 2. This was held unreasonable and discriminatory, affecting the convicts' right to be treated equally in their freedom of expression. The court followed its previous decision in Madhukar Bhavan Jamphale v. State of Maharashtra 1984, where a provision on writing letters to co-prisoners imposed by the Maharashtra prisoners rules was struck down as having no logical basis and unduly inhibiting the prisoners' constitutional rights. A principle that resonated with the court was that the prison itself could not strip the prisoners of rights they would otherwise be entitled to. Non-discrimination was on such right. The most recent decision of the Supreme Court in Sukanya Sanstha brought about the starkest case of prisoner segregation. Here, caste hierarchy was the basis of classification for labor inside prisons. The meant that only prisoners of certain marginalized caste were given cleaning and sweeping jobs, and others were given jobs like cooking. The state prison rules state that these castes are accustomed to performing such duties. This classification had no connection with the individual ability for equally qualification of the prisoner and did not aid reformation. It perpetuated caste identity and prevent an equal opportunity for reform. The state prison rules and similar executive decision were therefore set aside and discriminatory under Articles 14 and 15 with direction to the states to undertake amends. The way forward. In another case, 3 petitions come before the Calcutta High Court, which were decided together in August 2012. Gaur Narayan Chakravarti and others. The main issue before the court was whether Maoists who were waging a war against the state using arms and who were charged under the Unlawful Activities Prevention Act 1967 and other special status could be treated as political prisoners. The trial court had rejected this demand of the petitioners in accordance with the West Bengal Correctional Service WBCS Act 1992 on the premise that they were members of a banned terrorist organization and their activities were not for the common good of the people but for the revolution with arms. However, the court, after discussing municipal and international viewpoint on the political options and interpreting the WBCS Act on the classification of prisoners, reached the conclusion that the believers of any kind of political movement are to be acknowledged as political prisoners, and thus it cannot be held that those who participate in unlawful activities cannot be recognized as political prisoners. Though the Supreme Court did not have occasion to decide the special leave petition arising from his decision on merit, the Calcutta High Court judgment is significant for highlighting a similar right of prisoners to be treated in dignified manner. The High Court noticed that a person classified as a political prisoner is entitled to a few amenities such as a chair, table, light, iron, coat, matters, a pillow, blanket, and mirror. He is entitled to cooking service for a barber, writing materials, and a newspaper, and is also permitted to receive books and periodicals from his relatives. These facilities are a part of the basic human rights to which every prisoner ought to be entitled. The court said these amenities should not be restricted to political prisoners. It suggested that the state administration relook into the classification of prisoners and provide basic amenities to all. A slight improvement in the living condition of prisoners in itself would erode the classification which the WBCS Act acknowledged. While the Supreme Court recent judgment did away with caste discrimination inside prisons, incorporating basic amenities in prisons by situationally amending the Model Prison Manual 2016 will not only blur other discrimination but will also ensure a minimum dignified life inside prisons. Thank you.